Good afternoon and welcome to a review of My Dress Up Darling episode 6. Now before I begin this video, can I say this? Kitagawa's best girl. I'm serious. She's best girl of this winter. Like I can't even there's no crime to say that. She's best girl this season. You know, it's been talked and I posted on Twitter. Best girl nominated for best boy, best boy, best girl, best couple, and best anime of the week. It's like it's up there with the top 3 shows with Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. And My Dress Up Darling is up there because this show is not just fan service talk. We're talking about cosplaying. And the animation of this show really is flawless. Every episode of My Dress Up Darling is wholesome to a point where we know the shipping is there. People have we waited for like when they're gonna kiss, when they're gonna do it, but it's right there, black and white, that they're actually a couple. Even though they don't admit they're a couple, but it's there. But this episode though, we got introduced to another character. That's right, new character unlocked. So let's get right to the review of My Dress Up Darling episode 6. You know, we finally realized that Gojo and Kitagawa's relationship is on the horizon. It's legit on the horizon as we speak. You know, and Gojo, you know, having his uncle come back, his grandpa come back, you know, I understand why he's so frustrated with, I understand why he hurt his back and all that stuff. He's on that phase now. You have to let him go. So he saw the dress. So when he came home, he saw the dress. He saw the dress and the fact and Kitagawa in the same house. He literally freaked out. He thought there was something. He thought there was something going on. He thought there was something like going on, if you know what I mean. But then you know, realizing you know nothing happened, the question popped up. Gojo brought up something. He's like, we ain't do nothing inappropriate. And in that moment, Kitagawa's reaction, just like, oh, she's the ultimate meme. Ultimate gift. She's the ultimate one. She has that face expression like, she all flushed. She's like, I love Gojo. All that stuff. Her emotion is saying the fact that she loves Gojo. And the thing is, it happened when they were just washing the wig. And yeah, we got a little fan service going on with her bending over and just washing her wig, you know, that stuff, while Gojo explaining into how to do it. She sees how serious Gojo is and how he looks seriously when he does this thing. And the flower petals background like some Orin High School host club. But still, the reaction of it says it all. And Kitagawa sees like love, actual love for Gojo as we speak. Now, and I love how she saw his grandpa and Gojo looking at the costume. Sorry about this. They're looking at the costume together. They're looking at it and seeing how serious he is into this cosplay. Now, Kitagawa's reaction is so freaking funny. Like, all that. And then we get to see more about him, like, more about Kitagawa's backstory. Like, and it's sad because I saw more about it. Like, how do I say this? Her mom died a while ago when she was sick. Her mom died a while ago. Her father goes on business trips, so she rarely, like, she cooks by herself. But the thing is, she makes all these greasy, mushy food. Hold on. Kitagawa make greasy, mushy food. Makes, eat convenience store food. And what else? Oh, and drink milk and eat pudding every single day. And she has a body like that? How? She has a freaking body like that with all that greasy food, and drinking milk and pudding every freaking day. All of that, and she cooks herself, but still, all of those things, and she able to work like that? Boy, I gotta tell you, your dad's overseas, and with a body like that, you're good. You know what? I rather see the mom. I'm actually curious about the mom. I actually want to know what the mom does, because I saw the father. I mean, they show a little side of the father. He's overseas. But I actually want to see how the mother looks. I kid you not. I hope later on we get to see the mother. Now, on our way home, Kitagawa has some kind of like feelings. Like it's not like we doing it. I mean, should we do it? Should we? She having thoughts. This is what Kitagawa is like, you know what? Maybe instead of friends, we could actually be a couple. And when it comes to couples, there comes the sex. I think we should actually do it. We should do it. Okay, and I like how it was like, not even off the back, and then Juju, and then a new girl appeared, Juju from the rain. Juju came out from the rain just to see him, just to see Gojo. And then, it's funny, we didn't even get the opening. The opening came out around 7 minutes and 40 seconds into it, and we got an opening. I'm like, wow, they really put an emphasis on Juju now. So now we're meeting Juju. Juju's a tsundere, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I will not. I can't. I won't. This is what people are going to debate about this. Kitagawa or Juju, and I get it. Okay, the only thing Juju. They don't want to go by her name. They call her Juju. The only thing Juju has over Kitagawa is that she's a second year. Kitagawa's a first year. Okay, she has more cosplay experience. Kitagawa doesn't. That's it. But again, here's why I kind of like. I'll pick Kitagawa over Juju. You see, Kitagawa is a fun-loving girl that you want to hang out with on a regular basis. She's that fun-loving girl. You look at Juju, and it's like your mind telling you she's a second year, she's older, but she has the height of a kid. You see what I'm getting at here? Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure everybody has that kind of thing. I'm not judging you, but but besides that, it's like, the first thing that comes to my head just thinking about her is the mom from Masamuku no Revenge and the aunt. Because when they went to the original form, they're like this height. And I'm like, really? How is that even possible? So again, I'm looking at it from this perspective, and that she's a tsundere. And I'm not hating on tsunderes. There are some tsunderes I like. There are some tsunderes. We all have a taste. There's yanderes, tsunderes, kunderes, denderes. I get it. But are we going to say that this girl is your favorite tsundere? I mean, I have my favorite tsundere characters. I mean, there's a lot. The first person that comes to my head is Ikumi from Food Wars. That's the first thing comes to mind, because to me, she's one of my favorite tsunderes. But that's a different top. That's a different subject at another time. But still, okay. Now, worst case. Now, let's talk about the bathroom hair scene. Not this hair, the hair. Okay. I cracked up laughing, and I'm trying not to laugh so hard. You see, once upon a time, Gojo went inside. And she thought the only friend was Kitagawa. A friend was Kitagawa. After Grandpa left, he's like, there's no other friend except Kitagawa. Unless... He walks inside, and then he walks out the bathroom, and then he sees a girl naked. He's doing what every potential harem does. Every harem male does this. And I'm a sucker for harem animes because every harem anime does this. Opens the bathroom door, girl's naked. That's the most common thing to a harem anime. Open the bathroom, male open the bathroom door, boom, naked girl. And a towel nonetheless. Okay. And then he thought he was a kid. Now, I'll be honest. I felt the same way just looking at her. I felt the same way. Just looking at Gojo and then looking at his reaction to her, like, oh, a kid? I mean, it's one of those misunderstandings where never judge a book by its cover. The height, it may be the height of a kid, but she's actually that great. Kind of like Lady versus Butlers. I remember Lady versus Butlers. There's about a kid about this height, and I remember she's a 12th grader. She's about this tall, like 4 something, I don't know, but she's a 12th grader. That's how realistic that was. But anyway, walks in, she fell, and her legs were open about this, the letter W, or the letter M. Well, no, I'll put the letter W. Her legs were open like this, and I love how they put the flashback, because once her legs open, wide open, after she fell, Gojo had the reminiscing, like, remembering what it was like, where do you put the hair at? With his grandpa about making Hina dolls. And the smooth hair. Silky smooth. Silky smooth. And that's looking at it from Gojo, looking down and like, oh, it's her thing is silky smooth. I love it. That is the funniest thing ever. So they had to sit down, you know. Juju's the second year. Gojo's the first year. Okay. All Juju did was she doesn't want to talk about Hina dolls because Gojo thought she was talking about Hina dolls, but Juju actually wanted to talk to Gojo about the costume she made last week, which I'm pretty sure everybody's making dojins of that creep of the guy with the glasses with the mask, taking a photo with Kitagawa, and I'm pretty sure they're using that as memes right now. But anyway, Juju wants Gojo to make a cosplay for her, and she thought it was a business. The thing, and I said before, Gojo has talent. He could run his own cosplay Hina doll business. He could run both businesses. I'm telling you, he could do it. The Gojo's talented for wigs and dresses, and the stitching and the sewing. He has the hands to do it. So anyway, when Kitagawa texted, they went jumping right into the mix, and Kitagawa was a huge fan of her. Have you ever felt like you come in and you sat down with a celebrity? That's what Kitagawa was. The moment she saw Juju, she literally just went up to her. She's like, "You're my biggest fan. I love your outfit. You have this all that." She loves her famous cosplayer. Now Juju asked Gojo to make an outfit from one of her famous shows, from a magical girl show. Now, here's the thing. This is Princess Lily right here. That's that show. And when it comes to Sailor Moon, I love Sailor Mercury. When it comes to Sailor Moon, that's my girl, Sailor Mercury. So they were describing how the show is, the storyline about it. That's how it is in every anime. That's how it is when you meet an anime person. When they tell you about a show, that even though you don't know about it, they'll tell you they tell you exactly what the show is. Like if I say cosplay as okay, for example, let's say I want you to make me a cosplay of Soma from Food Wars. And if I tell you how the storyline of Food Wars is, you could be like, yeah, Food Wars is, Soma has this and that. I'll give you all the details. I like what they did in this one where they explain who she wants to be. It's Princess Lily, and she explained how the storyline between magical girl Lily, Princess Lily, going against her sister from Neon, whatever. And when it comes to the backstory, Kitagawa and Juju makes it storyline real tactical, especially with the family tree storyline of what's going on. It's kind of like Tenchimuo. Tenchimuo's family tree is so confused. Same goes to this one. The family tree of the show they're talking about is so confusing that it's like there's siblings here, they're rivals here, but there's siblings here, but they're cousins over here, and they go. It's like an all directional path of what the storyline is. Kind of like Tenchimuo. Again, the family tree of Tenchimuo's and the whole thing is so confusing. I actually had a friend of mine who had to tell me about Tenchimuo's and the storyline and the connections to all of this leads to Tenchi. That's how confused I was. But at least Kitagawa and Juju explained it. But I like the relationship they have right off the gate. You know, just the thing is, Kitagawa is not the type of girl that she's a fan of something, but she don't want to cosplay as it. She's one of those cosplayers. Kitagawa is one of those cosplayers. Like, even though she's my favorite, she's my favorite character, I want to cosplay people who I cherish the most, despite that my favorite character. So I get Kitagawa's cosplaying ways of her fundamentals of cosplaying. She wants to cosplay for her favorite characters, the ones she cherished the most. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm comparing to Sailor Moon. Let's say your favorite character is Sailor Moon. But you want to cosplay as Sailor Venus. That means your favorite character is Sailor Moon of the show. But someone you want to cosplay that is so, like, what you really wanted to cosplay. The one you really like the most in terms of the cosplay thing, that's Sailor Venus. So I get that's how Kitagawa with her. And I like how Juju's crying. She's like, I love you. You're one of the cosplay I love. She started crying. The animation of her face and Kitagawa's face was so good. And I like how she gave it a number. It's like, are you two dating? So, yeah, and the way, see, anything when it comes to dating, Kitagawa is just like all blushing, like blushing. I mean, just blushing all this because the relationship with Gojo is there. It's there. And what a way to end the scene where it's just like, hey, you know what? Kitagawa's idea was really good. She's like, wait a minute. You're cosplaying the little sister. So if I cosplay the big sister in that anime, maybe we can. No, we're not doing that. Oh my god, this was one funny episode. Really, really, really was. And I gotta say, Gojo is not even trying building a harem. Let me just say this again. He's not even trying building a harem. All the girls are coming to him because of the hands that makes him a freaking cosplay genius. And the way he does this and the charm the girls, he got two friends, Kitagawa and Juju. Well, almost girlfriend if you count Kitagawa. But the more girls are coming to him little by little by little. And I can't wait to see the other sibling from Kitagawa, from Juju, because I did get a little spoiler from time, but the other girl, we're gonna see her soon, and I can't wait to see her. That's her sibling, so I can't wait to see it. But again, this was a great episode. This was a wholesome episode. Again, we got to see more of Kitagawa's little bit of fan service going on with a close to her boobs and a little bit of a back shot there. And yeah, we got a little bit of we got a wholesome fan service though with Juju's open leg shower scene and her lying in her bed with her panties just showing that stuff, and her being a stalker throughout last week's episode. I forgot to mention that, a huge stalker, by the way, from last week, from the cosplay meetup, from the train, and then where Gojo lives. Huge stalker, by the way. But still, this is wholesome as we speak. Really nice episode. So Gojo's next assignment is to make an outfit for Juju, and I'm pretty sure he gonna make an outfit for Kitagawa in terms of the show and explaining it to the sister. So he gonna make both outfits. So I look forward to Gojo's accomplishments in the future of My Dress Up Darling, and I look forward for next week's episode of My Dress Up Darling, and I'm sure you will.